So private rooms of which I'm not a member are no longer in the sidebar, but I can still get to them if I know the name and just navigate straight there. Let's fix that. Where would you start? Where would you start to try to fix this? Probably don't need to go that high. Where is it that we're, what are you guys nodding about over there?
Oh, I just asked if you said add.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So our entire room list, all our room management is happening inside main now, so it's probably going to be in main somewhere. But where? What's component did mount doing? That's just beginning to sync the state. So no, it's not where we filter them. So at some point, we're actually setting, how do we set the current room? We set state, right? Go ahead, Stephen. Say again? That's closer. So load valid room is what we hit if it's not a valid room, right? So we decide to get one that is. But before we even, here's the problem. We haven't told it that this isn't a valid room. So it's going to, here's the answer to the question I actually asked, load room. So this is the one that actually decides to update which room you're in, right? It's when you update state with the current room. That's how you actually change rooms. Load room is what does that. So load room can get called a couple of ways, mainly by changing the URL, but it can get set other ways too. You could just call load room. But the point is, if you ever try to load a room you're not allowed in, we should change this so that it disallows any of those rooms before we even get to load valid room. We want it to call load valid room if it's a bogus room. But we need to change the way we're deciding whether it's a bogus room to begin with. Because right now, its only criterion is that it's not in this.state.rooms. So okay, knowing that you need to change something in load room, which line would you change? I hear a couple answers. Not set state. I think that can stay as it is. The if statement? I like the if statement. Now you're just listing everything. Let's go through line by line. Let's go through line by line. No, let's go through line by line. So this, what's the point of this one? That's if we load the new form, right? So that we know that new isn't the name of a room, it's actually a different route. That's fine. So what are we doing here? We're getting the current room out of this.state.rooms using the room name that was passed in. So that's the list of all rooms. Yeah, right? So what if we didn't look at all the rooms? What if there were a list of rooms that had already taken out the ones we're not allowed to go to? Like a method we just wrote, like this.filtered rooms. What if we did something like that? Huh? Sure. So this. Ooh. But that's a good point. It returns an array, not an object. So now I can't change to any rooms. Yeah. So do you understand the issue? This.state.rooms is not an array. It's an object where the keys are the name of the rooms. But filtered rooms is actually an array. So we need to search through that array for this room name. So yeah, let's do that. We'll use our new trick, find. So filtered rooms, find. And that's actually an array of rooms, not room names. So we just need to see if room.name is equal to the room name that was passed in, right? So we search through the list of filtered rooms for that room name, and that's the room we change to. You dig? We get the filtered list of rooms, and then we search through it until we find a room that has the same name that was passed in to load room. Okay, our rooms are back to basically working. Now, what problem were we actually trying to solve? Keeping us from going to a private room, right? So let's try going to private. And now it takes me to a different room. Do the others still work if I go there and then refresh? Yep. If I go to a made-up room, like pancake breakfast. It should. We don't talk about pancake breakfast enough.
Why does it like whenever you add a new room? Why is it in alphabetical order?
Because it feels like it.
Okay.
I mean, we're not storing them as arrays. They're just objects which inherently don't have any order. If we wanted them to appear in a reliable order, we could save an extra field on there and then sort them by that or something. But we're just letting it put them in whatever order it wants. It'd be cool if you could like store that per user or something. Cool. So we solved that problem, I think. So actually restrict access to private rooms. Restrict access to private rooms. Taking them out of the list isn't enough. We need to make sure they can never get there.